I invited 3 streamers to see who is the ultimate Among Us streamer. We will be playing 3 different games that I made just for this video. Let me present you the contestants, or better, let them present themselves.
I'm Pip, I play Minecraft, that's about all I do. I bake, I can crack eggs on my head, and my viewers seem to like that, so help.
I'm Goldest Knight. I have a completely dead YouTube channel that I'm going to be revising, and I stream on Twitch, mostly RPGs, and my chat usually hates me.
I'm Varys Wolves. I live in a dumpster and I stream a lot of different games, and I create chaos wherever I go, because I love chaos!
Now that you know them, it's time for the first game, Storytime. Each streamer will have time to tell one story, and the one with the best story is going to be the winner. 107! Who wants to go first is the question that I have right now. Any of you?
Me? I can go first.
Varys, do you want to?
I have story. Yes, alright, so this is a story from when I was a little lad. It was about me when I was like maybe 5 or 6 years old, and my family was in vacation in America, and we went to this theme park, Universal Studios in Florida, and there's this one ride that is based upon the movie Jaws, with like a mechanical shark that attacks the boat that you're in, and me, as a young little lad, decided that I want to show dominance over this mechanical shark, and my way of doing that was, because it made sense to me, was to pee on said mechanical shark. Because in my mind, that is how the laws are of the water jungle. Because I think the sea works the same way as an actual jungle works. I was expecting it to be like when you pee on like when dogs pee on things. Like I own that, and that was how little Varys wanted. He was like, I'm gonna pee on this mechanical shark because now it's mine. It's my way of domination. And well, yeah, which is also ironic because me as an adult now am terrified of sharks. Literally, I can't look at a picture of a shark without being like shivers down my spine. And I miss that. I really wish I could go back to the guy who would hesitate to pee on a shark. Well, we did actually return to that same ride when I was older. And if it is the same shark, then I'm pretty sure I still have dominance over it. Although I wasn't as comfortable in the ride as I was back then. But he knows. He knows.
So this is a story from, not necessarily from my childhood, but from my youth. When I was about 19, I enlisted into the Canadian forces. We had my one sergeant for that did most of our instructions was named Sergeant Dickie, or we just referred to him as Sergeant Dick. He was very tough on everybody, but he also had a weird sense of humor. And the best example of this comes from when, about my 3rd month in, we do a field training where we spend a week out in the field to prep us for what it would actually be like in a combat situation. And while we do that, we go through something called sleep deprivation week. You can only sleep for a max of 24 hours for 7 days. So day 1, Sergeant Dickey doesn't tell us this, and he literally let everybody in my platoon sleep for about 12 hours. Like over the next 3 days, we used up the rest of our sleep. So coming Thursday, we're all heavily sleep deprived. Me and my partner, we're doing our patrols around our base camp. So me and my buddy are doing patrols around base camp, and we're just talking, we're just BSing about stuff. And out of the corner of my eye, I see something running out of the bush. So I look, and standing in front of me is a giant pink rabbit. I mean, giant, like 6 foot tall pink bunny rabbit. And I look over at my buddy and I'm like, hey, do you see what I see? And he's like glaring too, and he's just looks back and he's like, what do you see? I'm like, I don't what do you see? Neither of us wanting to admit we seen a giant pink rabbit. So we're going back and forth, and it turns out the day before, my sergeant went into town and bought a giant pink bunny suit and came back, and he proceeded to spend the remainder of our time there running around the woods in a hot pink bunny outfit, carrying a Canadian C7 assault rifle, and proceeding to run out of the bush, glare us down, like giving us the biggest death glare of our lives, and run back in the bush. And like the entire time, no one would admit to anything because no one wanted to admit that they were losing their minds seeing a giant pink bunny rabbit. Some of the more lucid ones had already figured it out, but the rest of us that were like going off of like no sleep for like 3 days at that point on Sunday were like in the corner, like holding our guns, like freaking out, being like, the Easter Bunny's coming, the Easter Bunny's coming. He did that as a way to say, you will see some literally messed up stuff. So if you can survive the week with me running around the bush in a bunny outfit, you should be fine.
I'm gonna tell a story of, I've got this best friend, and we look and sound very alike. We both got short brown hair. we're both obviously very British, and we're basically the same person. And so one time we'd gone out to the local park, and my dad had called me. And at first, I didn't have my phone on me. My friend had my phone, but I don't remember why, but they did. And so they decided to see if my dad could tell the difference between me and my best friend. It turns out he can't. He thought that I answered the phone, and I didn't. Which was, thanks, Dad. Appreciate that. So then we continued to go through my contact list, calling people, like, close family, to see if they could tell the difference between me and my best friend. And at one point, my mum had shown up to the same park with my younger stepsister, and so me and my best friend decided to see if we could pull off just looking the same and seeing if my mum could tell the difference between us. She couldn't, and so that's the story of how my best friend is me, apparently, in the eyes of my family.
Okay, so we have the winner of the first game, but I'm not going to tell it. And now let's go to the second game. Questions. Simple as that, it's just questions. Okay, check that. What is that? Do you know that in the new Among Us, now we have the beans?
Yes.
Intercurrency that you win every time you finish a game, every time you kill someone. How many beans do you need to buy all the items in the Among Us store?
Is it like the closest to the answer?
Is the closest to the answer. And if you know it, you won.
I put 3,500.
1,100.
4,500.
The right answer is 18,700.
Oh my god!
Name all the maps in the game easy.
The only two I know are Mirror HQ and the airship.
I generally don't know. I just said space station and hack gang blip.
Scaled, Mirror HQ, Polus, and airship.
Okay, you know this little toy? Have you ever saw one of these? Those are Among Us plushies.
Among Us.
Wait, really?
Yeah, and this Among Us plushie has something interesting. When you talk to him, he replies back.
Like
with
Talking
your
Tom.
Like Talking Tom. So, I have a little question. By the way, do you know what is Mexico? How many Mexican pesos is worth this Among Us toy?
Me, 450.
I put 500 pesos.
Yes, 569.
538 pesos. Do you know that there's a really quite big novel about an Among Us game? It with 12 hours of time reading it.
Oh no.
How many parts or chapters, however you want to tell it, do you think this Among Us fanfic has? It's 11 and 56 minutes of reading.
I went with 30. I'm counting on short chapters.
I went with 13. I just like expecting really long chapters.
Wait, hold on, I can't read. I put 145 just because that's
Okay.
usually what Pad is like.
It's 90 chapters.
Oh my god!
The closer one
Among Us
is
fan
fifth.
fiction.
Oh, I'm gonna read it.
Let's go with the fifth question. And this is a surprise for all of you. Remember first, subscribe, give it a like. It took me like a week to make this video and also to make the event. But anyways, this surprise was a Spyfall game. You don't know what a Spyfall is? Well, you can learn it on my secondary channel. There it is. You can check it when you finish with this video. So anyways, let's continue. Now let's go with the third game. Let me explain. We will be playing an Among Us race. What exactly is an Among Us race? Practically, the contestants will have to run all over the map to finish their task. And then they have to go back and press the calling meeting button. And that's simple. Let's start. 107. Showtime. I'm going to say 107. And when 7 is, you go. 107. I can see that you are doing your task.
No, I'm
Yes.
not. I'm the imposter, guys.
There's one person in reactor. I see the bar how it's moving so fast. I never seen this. Like on an Among Us game, normally you don't see that thing move.
That's why I brought my scene eye kit.
You're seeing I can't.
Your scene eye kit.
Come on, I need this. This is the only thing I'll accomplish in my life.
Hello, Knight. How are you doing? Moving those
Doing good.
wires.
I'm doing good.
Sorry, I'm panicking.
Oh, we have card. Nice. Let's hope that everyone get it. Get it.
Gotta upload my nudes.
Oh, Knight got the task that takes a minute.
Gotta hate this fucking card!
Fifth? It's fifth!
Ah!
Fifth!
Guys, I did it!
Fifth, do you consider yourself the winner? Right now, I'm showing you that indeed, Fifth did it. So now let's go to the last thing on this game. Welcome to the last part of the show, where I'm going to say who was the winner of each game. Let's start with the beginning. The winner of the first game, the winner of the story time, the one who knows how to talk, how to say things, you know, like the best storyteller. The winner of the first game, the one with the best story here, is Boris!
Wait, really? You
Yes!
really like the idea of me peeing on a mechanical
You
structure?
dominated that shot!
I am dominated! You can't see it, but I'm T-posing!
Who is better at asking? Well, not. Who's better at answering? Who knows how to read? Who knows how to read? Let's go.
Oh god, I've already
The
lost.
winner of the second game, questions, is Pip!
I can read!
The winner of the 107 show. The winner of the first 107 show made about Among Us. I'm pretty sure the last one. The winner is Pip!
Yeah! Woo! I do have some words. I'd like to say they're both Coldest Night and Varys. You're both very lovely, and it's been great just being here. You're both amazing.
I mean, I had a blast. This was awesome, a lot of fun, and a great way to kind of promote various small streamers and whatnot. That's a great idea, Lux. And Varys and Pip, you guys were both awesome.
My stomach hurts from laughing so much. I had so much fun with this. Thank you so much for inviting me to this, Lux. And it's been amazing meeting everyone who was here. Pip, Knight, you both are fucking hilarious, seriously.
Buenas noches!
Bye!
Bye!